Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jimmy Codger Racing. It is coupled with a touch of sadness because this is the final of season 5 of my British Touring Car Championship here on GT7. I can't believe it's flown by. I mean, it's always gone really quick. I mean, I attribute that to the quality of driving we've had and the races and the action and yeah, I can't believe it. This is the final. So we only have one championship to decide tonight, and that, well, not championship, but the battle, which is the Toka versus Super. But before we get to that, what you can see on screen here at the moment is the Driver of the Day award and the Overtaker of the Week award, which I run every week for all the drivers, just to give them something back. Get a little bit of airtime on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. And I'll start with Butler, who won the Driver of the Day for last week at Spa. He's been with me. He's been in loads of championships. He's been in the British Touring Cars for at least 3 seasons. He's always provided excellent entertainment, whether that's with his moves or his battling or his overtakes. But it's quite comical sometimes because he's the first to dive in the pits at the sniff of a dry line after a wet race. And it sometimes works for him, sometimes it doesn't. But at Spa, he absolutely nailed his strategy. He lost positions during the race, sort of the mid section of the race. But he kept his head down, clawed it back, and he emerged in the dying moments with about 4 laps to go. In second place, he's in the lead of the race, actually, with a fast-charging Danny C. So Butler pitted as the heavens opened, and he went for a set of inters, and it was a toss of the coin. They only had about 2 laps to go, but he realised that was a mistake. He should have chose the wets. Danny chose the wets, and managed to get the move done on the last lap. But this award, as you'll see in the write-ups on Instagram, on Facebook, the award is given for a multitude of reasons. It's not always for a win. It's for sportsmanship, racecraft, quality of driving. It's for all sorts. And Butler, I know you can't be with us tonight. He's on holiday tonight. He did say to me that he might take the PS5 with him, but I warned him against it. I don't want to be responsible for any relationship squabbles. But I know you're watching along tonight. But well-deserved award, and really well-deserved. And your car's in safe hands tonight. Can't remember who's driving it now. We will get to that. But the second award is for the Overtaker of the Week, and that's awarded to David for last week. It was an absolutely blinding move down the Kemmel Straight, through Licom, all the way, and he managed to get a double overtake done past Butler and Danny C in the wet, going on to it was in the drying line, but he went onto the wet to do it. And outstanding move, great awareness, and it was just fantastic to watch. And so congratulations, David, for that. So we can cut live now to Marina and watch the drivers put the cars through the paces. They'll be relieved this week that no rain, so it's a dry race. So this is where the required use of the soft tyre comes into play. So without any further jabbering from me, we'll cut live to Marina. So if you haven't tuned in before, what we have tonight is a 20-minute sprint race, just using the soft tyres, then followed by a feature race, which is 40 minutes. And that is a reverse grid of the finishing positions from the sprint race. So if you win the sprint race, you start at the back of the feature. So we're looking at Tyler at the moment, who's running Rob Collard's 320 BMW from back in the day, Airwave sponsored. Tyler's, he narrowly missed out on coming third in the independents. He's had a great season. He enjoys racing with these guys. He's been with me for oh, many a season, and I've known him for a good 5 or 6 years. So go well out there tonight, Tyler. We'll just get through to the new guys. I'm just going to quickly jump down to good friend Chris, we'll get to this a bit later on. He's a member of another community, Future Champion Social Club. He's the main guy over at that, and we've just sort of teamed up with them to utilise the pool of drivers we've got available. So with the more events coming up, these guys, so it's the first time Chris has raced with us, so welcome along, Chris. I think he's been sandbagging. He's saying he's not very quick, but I don't believe him. I've seen him drive. But we'll get more. We're going to have Chris on the comms a little bit later on after the racing, just to give you a bit of an introduction into their channel. So Chris, go well out there tonight, mate. I just want to check who is in. We'll go through the grid. Let's just go back to. We'll go back to Danny C in his trusty Audi for the last time this season. He's won. He's the champion. He's won season 5. He's won the Supers Championship, and he's won the manufacturers. And if Supers play the cards right, he could end up with a clean sweep, be part of the team for winning that. So go well out there tonight, Danny. And this guy, LFC Ben, welcome along, mate. Another core member of the community for many, many a year. And he's just one of these guys. He's a rapid pair of hands. And he supported me all the way through in various seasons, and yeah, he's one to be never write Ben off. So we'll just quickly move on to David, who was mentioning him for the overtake of the week, running Charlie Cox's Ford Mondeo from back in the day, and another quick pair of hands, and who's had some great results over the season. Got audio muted here, and while I'm on audio, he's running Rob Huff's Seat. And while we're on the subject of audio muted, I've just found out, I've just been given some information this evening from this guy. His parents tune in each week and watch the stream, and they found it absolutely hilarious when I had all the technical difficulties last week. So yeah, it was quite funny. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. And we've got a father and son racing, and we've got this guy's parents watching. It's absolutely fantastic. So yeah, Drew, audio muted is another fast pair of hands. So go well out there tonight, audio muted. I'm just going to jump down to Drew Bit. He's been with me for years and years. I've known him for about 5 or 6 years, all back from GT Sport. He's running Paul Radisic's Mondeo from back in the day. And I'm just going to quickly jump to Skins, who's running Andrew Jordan's Vauxhall Vectra, one of my favourite liveries to make. This was Skins got second place in the Independents in his first season with me in the touring cars. So what an absolutely fantastic result for Skins. So I'm sure he'll go out there and have fun tonight. We've got Alman Ekberg, a resident photographer, crazy Swede. What a thoroughly nice guy, really good fun. Apparently he doesn't like this track, so yeah, not too sure how he's going to get on, but he'll do his best, and he'll go out there and have fun as always. We've seen Tyler, so we'll go to Haydo. Who's running? Yeah, we're missing one. We're missing Swinterceptor, I think. So, Chris, if you're listening, can you get a message to Swinterceptor, because we're missing him at the moment. I'm not sure why. But Haydo is the winner of the Independents. So, well done to Haydo for doing that. And then, last but not least, we've got, this is the father, we've got Mad Max, I call him. So this is Shadow's dad. He's running Patrick Watts' Peugeot 406 from back in the day. And yeah, he's had some great runs. He's put Danny right under pressure. And just quickly before I get to that, we've got Shadow. This is his son, who's won the Toka Series. So we've got quite a few championships going on. Oh, we have got Swinney. Okay, right, I've seen him. So before I get to what I want to get to, we're just going to quickly dive in with Swinney, also from Future Champion Social Club, running Gordon Shedden's Seat, and it's his debut as well. So I've seen him in practice. He's put some quick laps in. So go well out there tonight, mate. Just go out, have fun, enjoy it. And last, but by no means least, you might recognise this name. We have Adam, commentator, out on track, real life racer, or he used to be in the minis. He's running his favourite car. He's offered to step in. We had a couple of dropouts, so Adam's very kindly decided to step in at the last minute in Keith O'Dore's Nissan Primera. So, yeah, he's on VR. So apparently he can't drive in normal view now. He can only drive in VR. So, yeah, he's going to love this. So we won't put him under too much pressure, but they've had about 12 minutes now of practice. So I'm going to get the qualifying underway. I'll just get a quick message. Just to give him a bit of a warning. So, yeah, but welcome along, Adam. Great to see you on track, mate. I've known Adam for years and years, and such a nice guy. And yeah, he's quick as well, but he keeps saying he's not. But yeah, he's given me quite a lot of coaching. He used to race in the mighty minis, sort of the old style minis. I've seen him race at Thruxton. Had the pleasure of a track walk round Thruxton with him. So yeah, really, really thoroughly nice guy, and yeah, he'll love this, especially driving his favourite car. So before I go any further, this was the guy I wanted to get to. Where's he gone to? Hold on a second. Have I made a mistake somewhere? I could have swore. Interesting. Yes, we're missing Marty. But have I seen Marty? No! Ha! He's been hiding from me. Yes, this is who's driving Butler's car. Right, now I'm not going mad. So, yeah, Butler's not making it tonight, but it's in his capable hands of this guy, Marty, another quick pair of hands. Right, so they've had a warning that qualifying is getting underway, so I'm going to get that underway for them. I've just seen a message in the chat. It's me, Butler, says Marty. Brilliant. Oh, dear. Right, well, everybody's in the grid. We've got a full lobby. So, here we go, viewers. Get your drinks, get your snacks ready. We're going to start qualifying for the final here at Yas Marina. So sit back and enjoy this. I'll get a quick drink. So, let's get some information on the screen. We see them all start to file out now. So Ben's waiting. Danny's just about to go out and leave the pits. So Adam would normally ask me at this point who my money's on. I've seen these practicing, and they're all very, very close to each other. I don't know. I'm going to go for Shadow. I'm going to go for Shadow on pole. We see him here warming the tyres up, getting some heat in. Just bear with me 2 seconds, ladies and gentlemen. Won't be a second. Right, I'm back with you. So they're just getting the heat in the tyres now, so starting the first out lap. There's no tyre wear or fuel usage in this. It's a straight out sprint. So we'll just go back down and just check in with a couple of the drivers. So we'll just go back down to the bottom of the grid. So we've got LFC Ben here, who's obviously trying to get himself some free air. So he's got a nice gap in front of him there. Let the main pack go, and he's going to... Sometimes, Ben, we've seen Ben do one-shot quali, where it's not a one-shot quali, but we've seen Ben go out and literally just knock in an absolute flyer on his first out lap, his first flying lap, and it's been enough. So we'll see how he goes on tonight. So I'm just going to quickly check in with my mate Adam, who's just coming round to finish his out lap. I do like this livery, it really does stand out. And Adam has gone, I'm just going to go on board with Adam. Look at, let's just see if we can get another... Oh, I can't go in. Oh, that's a shame. I can't show you the full suit. He's actually made the full suit from back in the day. You can just about see it there. It's a red and blue suit with a red and blue helmet, red, white and blue. That's the suit Keith O'Dore wore back in the day. So Adam's gone full immersion. He's got VR and he's done a suit and everything. So good luck tonight, Adam. Right, so I'm just checking with a couple of other drivers. We've got Chris here. So he's just starting his flying lap. So this is, you've just got to watch, that's a penalty zone there. You've got to watch running too wide there. This is a flat out section here to the stadium section, into second gear. Just wait, be patient, get on the throttle, not run it too wide, and then it's flat out here. But this track has got one of the worst penalty zones. Well, it's similar to Spa, but the penalty zone is halfway down this straight. So you can imagine they're just building up to top speed, and then all of a sudden, wallop, if they get a penalty, they've got to serve it there. So this is coming up to a chicane now. It's a really tight left-hander. You've just got to be patient with the throttle, not to run too wide on the exit. Then it's flat out all the way around here down to a sweeping left-hander, and then you've got the series of right-hand turns that lead under the hospitality area that at night it's all lit up purple. I'm sure you're all familiar with that. So we'll just watch him come round here. So this is probably fourth, fifth gear. And then as you come around the second apex, you've got to be on the brakes, into second gear, tight, get it tight. Then you're coming under the bridge, through the hospitality section, and then you've got about 3 corners to go. You get close to the barrier on the exit on this. Yeah, he's just managed to keep it nice and tidy there. So we've seen some lap times coming in now, but Danny C has done a 2:02.7 with maximum about 4/10 back. With a 2:03.1, so they should get at least 4 laps, 4 decent laps. Someone's decided they didn't like the orange Armco barrier that signifies a safe place to stop. Normally in the marshalling days, ready for a car to be pulled off the track to save a full safety car. You might get a double wave yellow for that while they pull it off the track. But you can see it there in the background. It's a gap in the barrier to allow the cars to be taken off the circuit so it doesn't cause a hazard. But if it's in a place where there isn't one of those and you can't always stop by those, then that's when the safety car comes out to allow the marshals to recover it. Obviously I'm talking about real life, not in the game. We don't have it that realistic. But LFC Ben, as I was saying, but he's picked up a penalty, which that's not good on this. He's not going to enjoy that. But Ben's put it in second place at the moment, with maximum down in third place. David in a brilliant 5th place at the moment. That's a really impressive lap from David. And Swinney from FCSC is in 8th place at the moment. With Chris must be a little bit further back. We'll just go and see where Chris is. But Drew, on his day, he's a another quick pair of hands. So Danny hasn't managed to improve on this lap, but LFC Ben, as we see, Shadow has just knocked in. He's literally just under 2, well, a 1/10.5 off Danny C. So we're getting some improvements coming through. So that's Swinney up into 6th place. He's jumped up 2 places there. That's a great lap from Swinney. So welcome along to everybody watching from Future Champion Social Club. I know there's going to be a few guys watching from there that cheering on their fellow drivers. As you see Shadow go even quicker, he's on a purple lap at the moment. So they've got just about 3 minutes left of this. That's about another 2 laps, I think, maybe 1.5 laps. So Adam has put a quicker lap in now. Audio muted. He really is a quick guy, but in other series I've seen him, he qualifies midfield here, but he turns it on, really does turn it on during the race, and yeah, he's not too bothered about his qualifying position. Obviously he'd like to be as high as he can. So just going to go on board with Swinney, who's out in Gordon Shedden's Seat. So he's getting he will be in the tow of Skins here, so be making use of that. So you've just got to keep your wits about you for this bend here. Down into 3rd gear. And just don't get on the throttle too early. Be nice and patient. This is sort of late apex, that corner. And then just feather the throttle in. So we've got 2 minutes left now, so they're going to get another lap now. They're just coming through the stadium section here. This looks amazing at night. I mean, the PD have really done a good job with this track. I mean, Daytona, when they've done the lighting and the fairground they've got in the middle of the track, that looks stunning, but wait till you see this later on. Shadow, meanwhile, has pipped Danny C by 2/10. What a lap from Shadow GT. He means business tonight, does Shadow. He's driving Jason Plato's Chevrolet Cruze from back in the day. And I was mentioning my good friend Tyler before. This is his favourite car. And the amount of knowledge Tyler's gained over the time he's been with me. And I'm a big huge touring car fan. We played a farming sim. And we ended up chatting about touring cars. And the amount of knowledge he's gained over the years is, to be honest, pretty astounding. I feel a bit embarrassed because I don't know half as much about the NASCARs. But yeah, this is his favourite car and driver from back in the day. But LFC Ben, with a late money, despite his penalty, he's managed to put in a 202.1, which is that's going to take some beating. That's a hell of a lap from Ben. So that's 4/10 clear of Shadow, which knocks Danny C down to 4th place. But Danny won't be too worried. Just approaching the dying minutes here. But can anyone improve? David is in 5th place. That's a brilliant lap from David. To be a 2nd off LFC Ben. And it's David's debut season as well. And he's been he's really integrated into the community. I try and run it, when I say community, on the Discord, I try and run it as a family orientated atmosphere, and he's really, he's a keen motorsport fan, and it's great to have him in the community, and he's really got on well with everybody and sort of jumped in there with the chats. But Danny C, I'm just going to check in with Danny C and see if he's got anything left in the tank. Can he pivot at the last minute? Oh, he's close. Oh, he hasn't managed to. He did improve, but that's looking like your grid at the moment. But that's some really, really outstanding results there. So, I was going to say Butler. Marty, sorry, mate, I'm going to be calling you Butler all night. Marty is still on a fast lap, so can he make up 3.5 to pip David? We'll just keep an eye on Marty at the moment. But for Swinney to be only 1.5, just over 1/10 behind this guy is one of the. Ooh, that was close. That might be a penalty. I'm not sure. Oh, 2:10. Yeah, 2:10. He's not on a fast lap. Okay. So here we see them all on the cool down lap now. So I'm expecting, you normally get fireworks at the end of the night when they race here, but I've got a feeling there's going to be some fireworks during the race. But what we like to see here is we don't have many rules at JCR, but we have one main rule, and that's fair and clean, and that covers a multitude of disciplines. And what I stipulate is, if you make, it's going to be racing, there's going to be contact, and if you make contact and one of you goes off the track, I expect them to give the place back at the first safe opportunity. So just back off if it's on a straight, let them know. And to be honest, in all the seasons I've run, I have never had any issues, and it's really great to see. And we've seen it quite a lot this season, not because of bad driving, but just the respect and race awareness that they've all had. So we'll just get the results here. Now read through the results. So that's LFC Ben taking pole position with what a flying lap that was for Team Vauxhall in Giovanardi's Vauxhall Astra from back in the day. Shadow GT in the Chevrolet Cruze takes second place. That's the front row. Maximum and Daddy C fill the second row for Peugeot and Audi respectively. Then we have Ford and BMW. Works team on the third row. Swinney and Drubit, which is Seat and Ford. Sorry, yes, Seat and Ford on the fourth row. And then moving on to Audio Muted. Ninth, it must be his lucky number. He always qualifies in ninth. So, Albi, is it Adam for Team Nissan, the Works Nissan, qualifies in 10th place. Skins in 11th, Hado in 12th, Tyler in 13th. And we've got Ekberg in 14th, and Chris rounding up the grid in Dan Eves Honda in 15th place. Right, well, that's your grid. So just get the usual messages up here. Let's have a clean race. I don't really need to do that one. Have a good race, and most of all, good luck. But just enjoy it. Go out there, have fun. So I'm sure they're all chomping at the bit. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the sprint race for the final time here at Yas Marina for Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship. Here we go. Let's get this race underway. Right, I'm going to get a drink. So this is a grid start. Adjusting car settings. Right. Look at this for a view. Right, so let's get some information on the screen. Driver names off. So we're waiting for the red lights to come on now. No false starts, because that does cost you. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. No false starts, they're all away. So can LFC Ben hold it into T1? But Shadow's already, he's right in Ben's slipstream here. He's got to defend from Max. Looks like they're all through. I'm just going to go quickly to the back of the grid, make sure they're all through. Look at that for a view, as they're all filing through here. 2, 3 abreast. This is brilliant to watch. But they've all made it through cleanly. I'll just go down to the middle of the grid. Adam seems to have lost a couple of places. He's found himself right in the mix here. This is Nissan. Yeah, I've got 2 Nissans side by side. That's brilliant. So that's independent and super. So Hado's managed to get past Albi. Or has he maintained his position? I'm not sure. So we've got the 2 Nissans running together. LFC Ben has managed to maintain the lead. But this is another overtake. As we see side by side with Shadow coming into that tight chicane, but Danny C and Max are side by side. This has been a feature for the last 3 or 4 rounds, but Shadow's not having any of this. He's definitely hounding LFC Ben. LFC Ben's got the better line. He's going to have the inside. It's for the left-hander. But look at this. Side by side. LFC Ben has managed to hold Shadow off. So Shadow will have to regroup. So the next overtaking point, I mean, I can't see an overtaking move going through there. They're going to probably prove me wrong. But this is coming up through the stadium section now, so I have to bide the time. But Danny C has managed to, they've maintained position at Swinney from FCFC. Doing battle here with Drew. So this is Ford versus Seat. So they're coming side by side here. Look at, he's giving it everything, and it's great. He's never, I'm sure he's driven these cars before, but he's never, it's his first time racing with these guys, and he's, by all accounts, he's having an absolute ball. So he's happy. Look at them all filing through the final corner there as Swinney takes a dislike to those orange ballards again. I don't know what it is about those. Yeah, not taking don't seem to like them very much. But we'll just go back down to the back of the grid. As we see Skins here has managed to pick up a penalty. I'm not sure where he's picked that up from. But he's on the back of Audio Muted, so presuming they've had an incident somewhere, because Audio Muted was in 9th place, but he's right on the back of Tyler. So meanwhile, Chris from Future Champions is right on the back of Adam here. And we see a flash of the lights, hazard lights from Adam, so I'm not sure what that's signalling. Maybe there was a bit of a coming together. But he's right in the slipstream here. Can we see a move from Chris? He's a bit too far back, I think. He's having to think about it, but he's backed out. This is a dodgy. He's going round the outside. Oh, he's not managed to get it. He's tried for the switchback, but Adam's got the better drive out of that chicane. But these two fighting are bringing Ekberg, Audio Muted, and Tyler right into the scrap. But there's a battle going on at the top, as we've got Shadow and LFC Ben side by side, and Max trying to get in on the party here. But he's trying to pick up the slipstream. He's desperately trying to do it. He's got the slipstream off Shadow, but they may be father and son, but they won't. There's no favouritism at all. They'll be going for a move like anybody else. But while all this is battling here, Danny's just rubbing his hands. But look at this. Ben's got 3 rapid drivers he's got to hold off. But Shadow's gone for a move down the inside here. He's caught Ben napping. Can he make that stick? What a move by Shadow coming into the stadium section. Well, that is doesn't normally happen here. Let's just see if we can get that. So we've got Shadow coming up here, and he decides, right, I'm going for it. He's putting his nose down the inside. Caught Ben. Ben had no choice. He had to yield there. There was no way Ben could hold on to that. That's a brave overtake. That's another overtake of the week, I think. So that's your first candidate. That's a great move from Shadow. But look at those 4. There's a couple of packs here, but I've just seen in the background that Butler is hounding David here. He's desperately trying to get back on. He's well in the slipstream here, but this is a hell of a long straight now, so David's going to be a little bit vulnerable. So I forgot to mention, this season they can adjust the downforce. So through every session, as we see Marty coming here, let's just go back outside. He's going to try and go around the outside. Davis defending the inside. He's not managed to get it done this time. Yeah, they can adjust the downforce. So we could have all different setups here. That's the only thing they're allowed to adjust. So with this track having a lot of straights, you could get some of them backing it off really far, but then that compromises you. But look at the battle we've got developing here. Between LFC Ben has lost a place to Danny C. So Danny C's on the hunt here, but we've got Max trying to go around the outside of LFC Ben here. Surely not. But that does give him the inside for the next corner. Can he make that stick? He has, but David is getting in on the party here too, followed by Marty. But look at this, all and bunching up through the stadium section here. It's 2 abreast. Wow, what respect shown by these drivers. It's absolutely brilliant. Look at this. But David challenging Danny C. That's to do that. Wow. But Marty is right on the back of this, ready to pounce. He's what I'd call the Top Gear 4th car. For those of you who've watched Top Gear, you'll know what I'm talking about. Not saying his car's bad in any way, but he's there, ready to pounce. And look at Maximum. He's there poking his nose out. He's making sure LFC Ben knows he's there. Let's just go on board with LFC Ben. But look at, there's a full touring car view. We've got Maximum. He's got a mirror full of Peugeot here. He's trying to turn the back of Ben's car gold. but he wants to go up there and fight with Shadow. But we see LFC Ben is on a purple lap, not by much. But we look at the battle in the background developing with Danny, David, and Butler, and closely followed by Swinney in the background. So let's just go back down to Swinney and see what he can see. Look at this now. Shadow has managed to pull a bit of a gap out here, but I'm going to have to go on board with Marty. Look at this. He's desperately trying to get a move done here, but he's got to move. He's got to be careful here because David has made a move down the inside of Danny C. Let's just see if we can catch that, how that was done. So, side by side here, this all started coming down the straight. He's managed to put his nose down far enough. Danny had no option, but Marty tried to do it as well. But what a move from David. That's a brilliant overtake into the chicane. That's another candidate. So meanwhile, Shadow, let's just see what the lead is at the top. He's pulled out a 1.2 second gap, so he's just out the slipstream, but I can see a battle developing behind with Maximum and LFC Ben. He's not letting him get away. This is fantastic. I knew this track would provide loads of close racing, but let me just go back down to my good friend Drew. But Swinney has made himself up into 6th place at the moment. He's managing to hold off Marty, and that's no mean feat. But maybe Marty's at a disadvantage because it's dry. He prefers it wet. So, yeah, he's putting Swinney under real pressure here. As you've seen, go down the outside here, but Swinney's right. He's got his, he's defending really well. So he's making, if Marty's going to go round, he's going to go around the outside, but he gets it a little bit loose coming out of that corner. That's going to give Marty a little bit of an advantage coming through here. So maybe we may see a move before T1. That's incredible. I tell you what, the close racing, look at this. I bet Swinney's loving it. So let's just go back down the grid. We got Ekberg down at the back of the grid. I'm not sure, he wasn't that low down before, but we've got a battle developing. I can see ahead between Skins and Albie, so let's just go back up to 13th place. Let's go on board. So this is Skins for Independent Vauxhall versus Super Touring Nissan, Works Nissan. But Adam has got the tow from Chris ahead. So these two are having a great battle. They're just, as we see there, let's just have a look at this. We see Adam trying to go around the outside, which will give him the inside. But has he managed to hold it? He's managed to get the drive. They're going to be side by side again. Look at this. This is great racing from these two. Adam's loving it. He's in VR as well. I think Chris is in VR as well. So this is side by side. This is last of the late breakers but look at Skins. What a move. Can Skins make that stick? If Skins can make that stick, well, he got past one, don't know about two, but look at this. Talk about last of the late breakers. Watch Skins come down the inside here. Absolutely nuts. He comes flying down the inside, makes it 3 wide. Look at this, great respect shown. Manages to make the move past a pair of them. That's another overtake of the week. I'm spoiled for choice this week, but let's just quickly go back to the top and just see what the gap is. But Ben has Shadow's lost a second. Not sure how he's lost a second, but Ben has got him well in his sights here. So Shadow's under a little bit of pressure now, but Max is right on the back of this. Danny C's he's not made any headway. He's still in 4th place. But LFC Ben is definitely hounding Shadow here. Look at the view. I mean, this is absolutely stunning the way they've done this track. So, yeah, we'll see. We could see a move here, but Shadow has got to defend here. He's not going to make it easy for Ben. Ben's going to go around the outside, but is this a dummy? He's not going to get it done this time. It's just hard to get on the power here. But he's managed to hold on to that position. So that's brought Max a little bit closer now. So let's just go back down to Drew. Sorry, Marty. I see battle here. He's having a go on Swinney. He's managed to get that move done finally. It's only taken him 6 laps. I'm sure Swinney will come back just as strong. I saw him racing the other night. And he does comms as well. Yeah, he's great on the comms. He's only been doing it a short while. But he gets really involved. It's great to watch. But he's having a great battle here all race, Marty and Swinney. So let's just see this battle developing further down the grid, which was between that's the 13th and 14th. So that's yeah, Albie's found himself at the back of the grid for some reason. So maybe there's been a coming together. So we've got these 4 in close formation here. This is going to hot up now. So let's just meanwhile just check in with Danny C and see what gap he's got. He's still in the slipstream. But we've got, look at this battle. Let's just look at this here. We've got Max hounding these two. It looks like Max has got less downforce. He's got a bit more pace. So it's almost like he's been held up a little bit. But he's really hassling LFC Ben here. I'm going to stay on board with it. I'm just going to stay with this battle for a minute as Max pulls out of the slipstream. But Ben is also in the slipstream, but Ben's pulled out as well. This is 3 wide. This is going to take some respect here. Oh, there's a bit of contact there coming into the chicane, but LFC Ben's round the inside. But Shadow's managed to hold it, but Max has managed to make that move and got himself into 2nd place. But Danny has also made the most of that. Let's just see what happened there. Because LFC Ben, let's just see what happened with LFC Ben. Because you see them come round the chicane. Danny shot down the inside, caught Ben asleep there. Straight up into 3rd place, right behind Max. So now Max is on the hunt for his, he's hunting his son down. But this is great to watch these pair. So let's just go back down to 10th place and just check in. With this man Hado, he's desperately trying to hunt down Audio Muted. They've got a 4-second gap to Skins behind them. Back in 11th place. So these two have had some great battles over the series. So this is Nissan versus Seat, and it's Independent versus Toka. So Hado's always been a quick pair of hands. He's not always had the best strategy. He's had some really bad luck as well, I should mention. His wheel came off in his hands on 1 round, off his rig. He's had disconnects. He's had all sorts. But he's just battled on. He's an absolute trooper, is Hado. Yeah, he's been in the community for years and years. Good lad, great fun. So Tyler has found himself in 12th place. Just won't be a second. So he's got a 2-second gap to Skins ahead of him, and Chris is hot on his heels. So we're just approaching 15 minutes. We've got 5 minutes, just under, well, 4.5 minutes left of this race. So let's just quickly check in with the top and see what, I was going to say what the gap is, but look at this. Look at LFC Ben here. Full touring car view. He's putting Danny right under pressure here. But Danny's defending. But Ben, we might have the, yeah, but Danny's got the better line here through this section. But there is a potential move into the next left-hander. But Danny's immediately taken the defensive line onto the inside. This is an intense battle, this is. It's been like this for every round almost. Well, Max hasn't been in every round, but these two, yeah, it's been close battling all the way through. But the gap to David is 3 seconds, so let's just check in what the gap is between David and Marty. But look at this. Marty is hounding David here, but David's picked up a half-second penalty. So that, he's not going to like that. That could lose him at least one position, possibly two. So it all depends how close Swinney can get to the back of these two, because he's going to be serving this, and you'll see where the penalty line is a shocker here. So I'm just going to stay with this for a second and just see. He's actually got a second penalty now, so that's definitely losing two positions, I would have said. Almost certainly that'll be 1.5 seconds. So he's going to serve his penalty. You'll see a yellow banner appear. So Marty's already going for the move into the chicane, so he's put his nose down the inside. That's a clean move. So this is where the next straight now is where David's going to serve his penalty. So we see Swinney and Drubit right by side by side here. So these two could gain position here. So David's right in the slipstream. He's trying to get as far away from them as he can before he serves his penalty. And as he serves his penalty now, so can these two make the most of it? They're pushing their way down. He has. He's lost those two positions. So that's David back down in 8th place and Swinney in 6th place at the moment, with Drew trying to go around the outside, but David's definitely trying to get back into this. They'll just quickly check in with 4th place. We've got LFC Ben with a penalty, so he should be okay with that penalty, but that's not good news for LFC Ben. He's going to drop off the back of these and he's not going to have any slipstream. But Marty, as you see in the background, is right on the back of these. So this will bring Marty right into play when Ben serves his penalty. But look at this for consistency. 2:02s every single lap from LFC Ben. He's only 4 seconds quicker than me. 5 seconds. Well, that's embarrassing, isn't it? So, meanwhile, Shadow has not managed to create a gap for this, but look at LFC Ben, he's giving it absolutely everything. So Ben will be serving his penalty on the next, is it the next straight? Let's just come out of this view. So meanwhile, he's managed to pull out, he's got a 2.5 second gap, so he might be safe, I'm not sure. He'll certainly bring Marty really within striking distance. We can see them all in the background there. So Ben's not going to serve his penalty yet, he'll be serving it coming out of the next left-hander. As we see the yellow bar appear, so through the chicane, through the slight kink to the left, and then it's the penalty line. So let's just see how close this brings Marty with... This is going to be the last lap, so Ben might keep his position. Yeah, he's not lost too much time there, so this is going to be the last lap. Let's just see where Shadow is on this lap now. But let's just quickly go back down to the back of the grid and see if there's any more battles developing. No, there's not a battle there. Let's just go on to Albie and Tyler having a great scrap here. So this is for 12th place. As Albie comes out, Adam comes out, puts his car right down the outside. He's not going to get that done there, but he's putting Tyler under really a lot of pressure here. Let's just quickly go to the top of the grid as we see Shadow running for the final corner for the last time. I'm lost for words. Absolutely lost for words. That is not on. Well, don't understand why they did that, but yeah, less said about that, the better. So there's your winner, Maximum. So eventually got the better of his son. So, right, let me just save the replay. Need that for photographs. Right, so let's just get the results. I'm just going to get a quick picture of these. That's that one, because I need these to set the grid. And that's that one done. Right. So, Maximum takes the win for the sprint race here. Danny C takes second place. Ben in third. Marty takes fourth. Shadow, after a ridiculous manoeuvre at the finish line, takes fifth place. David Wallbank takes sixth. Swinney in seventh. Drew takes eighth place. Audio Muted in ninth. So he started where he finished where he started. Haydo takes the last championship scoring point in 10th. Skins in 11th. 12th for Tyler. 13th for Albie. 14th for Chris. And 15th for Ekberg. Right. Well, let me just double check that I've got both photographs before I come off this. Because otherwise, if I come off this, then I haven't got the results. Let's have a look. Just double check. Yeah, I've got them. Right. Okay. Let's get those so I can set the grid. Right. Just make sure I've got the replay. Right. Well, I'm going to open the feature race lobby. Now, what I need them to do here, I need them to enter into the lobby straight away because it enables me to set the grid. Right. Right, so I'm going to load the feature race. So this is what they've all been waiting for. So obviously there's only one layout. This is going to be set at night. Random weather. I did that in the sprint. I'm going to let the game sort the weather out. It's going to be a night race. It's a rolling start here on the feature race. All the other settings are the same, but what they are looking for is this. Tyre wear times 4, fuel times 8. They start on 80 litres. Refueling speed is 10 litres a second. So, and I obviously set the grid. So let me just open that. That's what they've all been waiting for. So I just need them all to enter the grid immediately. We've had issues with this in the past. Hopefully we don't get any issues tonight. And we won't have any issues about choosing starting tyres like last week because there's no rain. Right, I do believe. Have we got everybody in the lobby? We're just waiting for Chris and Swinney to enter into the cars. Drew found that. Yeah. Drew knows what I was on about there. He knows I'm only pulling his leg. Right. So is that everybody in? 50. That's right. 15. Me. That's everybody in. So let me just double check everybody's in. Swinney. Where's Chris? I can't see it. Chris is in. Right. Okay, cool. Right. Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is when I now set the grid. So while I'm doing that, I'm going to leave you with a short trailer for the event we've got coming up in May. This is the Porsches. So I will leave you with a short trailer while I set the grid, and I'll be back with you in a few minutes. So get a comfort break, get your drinks, get your snacks, top them up, and I'll see you shortly. Good evening, viewers. I'm back. Right, we've lost a driver. So I'd set the grid and then realised, well, where's this guy? We've lost a driver back. So I don't know whether it's an internet dropout, but unfortunately they're not going to make the feature race. Not sure what happened. I'm sure I'll find out in the chat somewhere. So this is their practice session. They've got about 4 minutes left. They have 10 minutes practice. This is to see what the tyre wear is like on what tyres they're going to, and what tyres they want to start on. So the testing, you get drivers testing all different tyres at the moment. So Ben's testing the softs. We can see he's done 4 laps. And yeah, his tyres are pretty much shot. So I don't know how much more life he's got in those. Let's just check in with Drew. So he's also testing the softs. So yeah, these are looking, they're not going to this is a high tyre wear circuit, this. And it always has been. It was in the F1 games as well. So these are, we've got 2.5 minutes remaining. So Drew's checking out he's testing the softs as well. I think most of them will be checking the softs. So let's just check in with Swinney. He seems to be having a better time with the softs. He's obviously good with tyre wear. So I'm just seeing if any messages appeared in the chat there. I'm not sure what that was about. Let's just quickly see what that was about. So we can't see chat messages in VR. Ah, right, okay. Yeah. Right, okay. But you knew you had to enter. Oh, they're both on VR. Yeah, okay, right. So Ben's tyres are cooked after 4 laps. So he's coming in for a new set of tyres. So he's probably got all the info he needs. So just get a quick message. So this is the tyres that they want to start on. So this is where I've give them a warning now. So they're getting the tyres ready. So let's just get the messages out. So I'm just going to quickly go back to this screen. Right, so let's have a good race. Good luck. Right, so this is the feature race. So this is 40 minutes. Tyre and fuel wear. Anything can happen. This is a high tyre wearing circuit. So yeah, I'm expecting multiple pit stops. Got a message there from Chris. Good luck. Yeah, they're all getting the messages in. Yeah, all I'll say is go out there and enjoy it. Just go out and have fun. That's the main thing here. Won't be a second. So, right, without any further jabbering from me, let's get this race underway. Everybody ready? So, right, so here we go for the final time for the British Touring Car Championship here with me, Jimmy Codger. This is the feature race, so let's get the race underway. This is a rolling start. So Adam would normally be asking me who my money's on. Anything can happen in these races. I don't like predicting the winner of these. Right, so this is a rolling start, which is different from the sprint race. So with Ekberg finishing at the back, he is now leading the field. So he'll probably be hating me for this, because he said he hates this track. So he's made it work in the past, but how long can he hold on for? So this spreads the field out now, but as they're all coming around the final corner, onto the start, finish straight. Oops. Have we had a glitch? That wasn't... Don't know what happened there. That was strange. Yeah, I don't know whether that was a wheel. That looked like a wheel disconnect. Glitch start. Okay. Let's see if they get the message. Yeah, we need to get a message to Chris. I don't know how to get a message to Chris and Swinney now. Chris and Swinney, yeah, they're on VR, so they won't see messages. I don't know how to get a message to them. This is going to ruin it. If they can't see messages, this is... Right, okay. Swinney... Oh, brilliant. Okay, cool. Okay, so... Right, let everybody enter. Let's get my drink opened. Right, is everybody in? I've got a feeling that start. Let's just make sure that that's all right. So, right. So let's just try again. Let's just make sure this works. Yeah, because that was very strange from Ekberg. Very, very strange. Straight on, straight into the wall. Audio meetings, parents. I bet you're loving this. I spoke too soon earlier on, didn't I? So, yeah, what the glitch is, I'll try and show the camera view. Now, this is a lot closer. So what happens, the camera focuses on the front of the car, this view here, but a lot closer, and you stay in that view. So you've got no idea where you're going. So, yeah, they look a lot closer now. This looks better. Yeah, this is better. Right, so we've got the running order at the moment is Ekberg, followed by Chris, Albie, Tyler, Haydo, audio muted, Drew and Swinney, they're your top 8. But already Adam is challenging Chris, so this is carrying on from the last race. But Adam's making that Nissan. Oh, he's filling the mirrors at Chris, but Tyler tried to go down the inside of Chris here. Let's just go back down to Tyler. He had a look at Chris there, but Adam is also on the back of Tyler here. So Tyler couldn't get that move done, but Adam is hassling these, but Tyler's going down the inside of Chris here. He's letting his intentions be known, but Adam's trying to pull out. He's got this toe, but you've got to be careful here. But Tyler's got that move done. But it's all hotting up. Drew is in 5th place, just behind this battle here. So he's side by side with Chris, with audio muted right behind. So let's just go on board with Chris. So he's got Drew Audio Muted is going around the outside, but he's got his mate Swinney for company. Audio Muted is trying to make a move on Chris. But this is touring car view here, so Chris has got a rear view mirror full of Seat here. So meanwhile, Ekberg has managed to stay in the lead. Oh, as Tyler gets it all sorts of loose there, coming through the stadium section. So we've got Ekberg on the soft tyre. I've got a feeling most of the field will be on the softs. I'll just double check this, as we've got a wild move from, it looks like Drew there. Maybe he got it a little bit loose. Let's just go back to the back of the grid and just check what tyres people are on. So we've got Haydo. And he's also on the softs. Let's just check another random one. Let's just check. So we've got Drew coming in already off the softs. Not sure why he's come in so early on lap 2. Maybe he got damage. But meanwhile, we've got a battle hotting up here between Marty and Danny C with a fast charging Max. Oh, maybe he got damage and slipped. So Drew's come out on a set of hards, so he's going for the long game. But look at this. I'm going to have to go on board. I'm just going to have to go back with Max here. But look at this. You got a full touring car experience. This is Max right on the back of Marty here. He's giving him a bit of a bump. But you can see Danny ahead of him, side by side with David. This is going to have to be, let's just come back out of this view. Look at this. 2/3 wide coming in through here. Marty's going to try and make the most of this. We've got a yellow flag ahead. Is that Danny C off? Is that, no, that's Ekberg off. I'm not sure what happened with Ekberg. He was in the lead. So did he get that wrong? So I'm not sure what happened to, oh, there's a coming together with Tyler. That's unfortunate. I'm not sure what happened there. But meanwhile, Tyler, that's put Tyler in the lead of the, yeah, I don't know what happened there. So that puts Albie in second place, but it's all hotting up now. Albie's got a rear view mirror full of Audio Muted. Ignore the fuel warning. This glitch has only taken them 3 years to fix. But Audio Muted is right on the back of Albie here. These pair have raced together in another community, so they know exactly what each other's driving style is. But Shadow and LFC Ben have already made their way into 4th place and 5th respectively. But Audio Muted is trying to put his car down the inside of Adam here. Let's just see if he can make this move stick. He's got it done. He has. He's managed to make that move stick, but Adam's not giving it up without a fight. Adam's got the inside, so he should keep the line here. But LFC Ben is forcing the issue here. This is going to make it 3 wide coming into... Oh, God, I don't know where to look. LFC Ben has gone downside, the pair of them. How... What a move from LFC Ben. Let's just go back and have a look at this. So we can see it all developing here, but LFC Ben is right, he pulled right in front of Shadow here and decided to go down the outside of Audio Muted and Adam, and he's managed to make that stick. You've got to be careful on the throttle on the exit, but that's Ben up into second place. Tell a lie, first place. So Tyler has now got the full pack behind him. So he's got, let's just go on board with Tyler and see what he can see. He has got his favourite car behind him. He knows what this is all about. Oh, he had a penalty, so he's lost a few places. So we got Maximum who slipped down the grid. He's not managed to make up as many positions as he'd like. But we've got Shadow and Audio Muted going hell for leather here, but with Haydo right joining the party. As they come through, look at this, for all this lit up here, it looks absolutely stunning. Oh, as LFC Ben gives the barrier a tap there, but Shadow is putting Audio Muted right under pressure here. So they're doing all right with the tyres at the moment. This is lap 3. We only saw 4-5 laps out of these tyres. But this is Shadow going for a move on audio muted. He's got the inside line for T1 effectively. You've got to be careful getting back on the throttle, but Adam is right on the back of this. He'll be ready to pounce. The more these battle, it's bringing Adam closer and closer. But LFC Ben is starting to pull a lead out now. He's got a 1.3 second or 1.2 second gap. You can see it there on your screen. So he's pulled out a decent gap, but audio muted. He's trying to go around the outside. He's doing everything. He might go for the switch back here. But it all depends what drive Shadow gets out of that corner. He's got a good drive. But let's just see what audio muted's tyres are like. We know how good he is on tyres. But we saw Drew come in from the back of the grid. Let's just see. He went on, I believe he went on a set of hards. So he's in 12th place at the moment. So Drew filled up and went onto a set of hards. So we know what Drew's up to. He's done this before. So we've got Swinney in 14th place. He's on the racing mediums. So he's having a good battle with Tyler here. So he's got a full tank of fuel. So we may have missed him pitting recently. So let's just see what Tyler is going to have to come in at this lap. He's not going to. So LFC Ben is not going to get much more than this lap. Will we see Ben come in? He's got a decent amount of fuel, but he hasn't got the tyres. But he'd look at all these. I bet they're all in the same sort of boat. Well, Shadow can go another lap, I reckon. Excuse me, audio muted can go another lap, so he could lose a few places here. Just want to check in and make sure, see what LFC Ben is coming in. We see Shadow follow him in. That surprises me. So Shadow would have the better tyres, but audio muted has stayed out. So that promotes Adam into second place, who's doing extremely well. 5 laps, and he's only got 50% warm tyres. We know how good Adam is. He nurses these tyres, so he's in a really strong position at the moment, because we know that all these around him have got pretty shot tyres. Danny, for example. Well, Danny's not too bad either. Danny's got good tyres. Now, Haydo. Yeah, Haydo's got the best tyres of the lot. So, this is the battle to watch here. We just want to see how many places. Yeah, when these pit, let's just see, just check in with Chris. So Chris has got possibly one more lap on these tyres, but he has got a absolute, he's got a train in front of him, but he's got Marty for company right behind him. We know how good Marty is on his tyres. But having said that, I think Marty, you could see these two pitting at the moment, but they haven't got a good enough gap to Ekberg. So we see LFC Ben, who pitted, is in 9th place at the moment. So we missed the lead change. So we've got audio muted in the lead at the moment. Let's just see. Let's just see if I can get the lead change. See if we can get it. No, it just happened there, I think. But this top group here, so we've got audio muted and Haydo battling it out here, with Danny seeing close formation here. Look at this, 3 wide coming through here. This, ooh, yeah, Danny's backed out of this, but this is dodgy, going 2 wide through this section. It's all about be patient with the throttle on the exit here. Shadow, audio muted has got the better line. Will we see any of this top group pit? I think we're going to get audio muted, and Adam is actually coming in the pits as well. He's coming in for fuel more than tyres. So let's just, yeah, Haydo is in a really strong position at the moment. Haydo and Danny have got really good tyres. We'll just stay with Adam. Let's see what Adam chooses. I think Adam may go for the mediums here. He'll be laughing. I bet he's heard me say that and swapped his tyres now, because he knows we never get it right. So Adam's fully fueled. This is one of the rare tracks that has it's a bit like Silverstone, where the pit lane goes under the track. So this joins it just after T1. Yes, Adam's come out on a set of mediums, full tank of fuel. So Danny C has taken the lead of the race, but he is on fumes. But Hado will also, but Hado's got better fuel than Danny. Now, Danny's going to have to come in. Danny can't get any more laps than this. So meanwhile, we've got a look at Drew bit. So this is the important bit here. So we've got LFC Ben already in 3rd place, but Drew, we already know, has pitted onto a set of hards. So let's just see what the gap is. He's only got 4-second gap to Shadow, who we know is pitted. So Shadow will have come out on a set of mediums and a full tank. So let's just see where Drew's up to. So Drew's in a pretty good spot at the moment. So let's just see where Swinney is on a set of mediums in a really strong position. But you can see these battles here. Let's just go on board with Swinney and see what he's got. He's got Drew right in front of him. But you can see a fast charging David behind him. So I think we saw Audio Muted serving a penalty just behind there. But he's made a pass on Drew. That's a great move. Let's just see if we can get that. Let's just see if we can come back out of that view. As we see how this move, he's put his down the inside. What a brave move that is. Stuck it down the inside, kept it tight, got the pass done. What a move from Swinney. That's another candidate for overtaking the week. That's a brave move. Right, so we see the leaders coming in the pits. So we've got Team Audi and we've got Team Nissan coming in. So let's just see where LFC Ben, they're coming through the start finish now. So that's going to put Ben in the lead of the race on a fresh set of mediums and 3/4 of a tank. So these pair are sort of level on their strategies. We're only 15 minutes, well, 13 minutes in. All the action already. This is crazy. So that puts Swinney, that promotes Swinney into a live 3rd place, with David in 4th, Drew 5th, Danny C in 6th, Audio Muted in 7th. Adam comes out in 8th. So let's just see what the gap is between that. So we've got nothing. Look at all these cars here, close proximity. So they're basically battle resumes. So now they're all on a set of medium tyres. So this is Audi, Seat, Nissan, Peugeot. So really close together. So now they started on 80 litres, but now they've got a full tank. So they've got a full 100 litres now. So they should get a bit more life out of the fuel. As we see the 2 Nissans going for it here. So we've got Adam and Hado gets it a little bit loose there, which is going to give Adam, he's going to leave the door open for Adam. But Max is right on the back of Adam. He's giving him a push. But can Adam? He's got his nose down the inside now. So this is Hada's going to lose his position here. But he's last of the late breakers. But can he keep it? But Max is also trying to make most of this. But Max is trying to sneak down the inside of Hado. But he's having none of it. He's got Adam's slipstream. So Shadow is now your leader of the race. So we've got these two duking it out here. So let's just see what the gap is behind LFC Ben. They've got a 6-second gap, so they're in a pretty comfortable spot at the moment, these two. So will they work together and try and open the gap up and then have a fight at the end? But Danny C is in 5th place with just over a second gap between him and Audio Muted, but you can see David and Swinney having a great battle in front for 3rd and 4th. So let's just check in with, let's just see where so we've got Etberg at the back, we've got Chris in 13th place. He's on a set of mediums with a 3/4 of a tank of fuel. So he's got a 7-second gap to Tyler. Now, what tyres did Tyler come back out on? He came out on a set of hards. Interesting. So, watch out for the hard runners. So that means, let's just go back to 9th place and see where Drew is in 7th place. We know he was one of the first pitters. So he's still in a reasonably strong position here on a set of hards. They're going to be pretty hard wearing tyres. He's got, what, a 1/3 of a tank? I'm just going to leave you with the battle at the top for a second. I will be back in 2 seconds. I've just got to fill my glass, and I'll be back with you. Right, Jimmy's back. Okay, so where are we up to? So we got yeah, both on roughly, should be roughly about the same fuel, about half a tank each. Yeah, very similar. So let's just go back down to 5th place and catch up with Swinny, who's having a really good battle with Danny C here. We got audio muted right on the back of these. We can see the trainer cars right behind these. So this is hotting up. So this is Swinny versus Danny C. So Swinny on the mediums. Danny's also on the mediums. But see Swinny coming down the inside here. He's challenging Danny. But Danny has got the slipstream from David. So he's got to be careful of that. Got the flames shooting out the back of these Lexuses. I love it. I think it's brilliant. So he's having a really good race here, is Swinny. So I know he's got his, I'm not sure whether it's his brother or his, I know it's called Young Swin. So welcome, I know you'll probably be watching along. Not sure what the relationship is, whether it's father and son or his brother, I'm not sure. But he's having a fantastic race here. So, yeah, he's putting Danny under real pressure. He's going down the inside again, making it 3 wide. Look at this. Can Swinny hold this? Can Swinny pull this off? Can he maintain the position? But Danny's got the inside for that corner. He's not managed to make it work. But that was some brilliant battling. But Danny's run wide there. That could be a penalty. But that's promoted Swinny up into 4th place. But Danny won't be happy with that. Let's just see if we can catch that. As they're coming through here, trying to make it. But he tried to come down the inside here. He just couldn't do it. He made it 3 wide. He had to yield. Danny had the inside, but as we see David go off there. But then Danny just run wide on the exit here, which gives Swinny the position back. That was an opportunistic move from Swinny. But Danny's CFC coming right back at him now. But Swinny's got the slipstream off David in front. But there, the positions are changing left, right and centre here, but we've got audio muted right on the back of this. He is being hounded by Max. So this is the view he's got. As we see Max go down the inside here. As audio muted's run wide. Oh, he's nearly got a move done on Swinny as well. So that's Max up into 6th place for Team Peugeot. He's also on a set of mediums with half a tank. So we're just approaching half distance here. We've just gone past it. We've got 20 minutes remaining in this race. So meanwhile at the top, I just want to catch what the gap is now. It's quite a healthy gap at the top. But Shadow has pulled out a 1.5 second gap. So Shadow's looking really, yeah, he's fired up for tonight. But he seems to be making these tyres last really well. He loves this track. He was going well in practice the other night. Well, I say going well, other than taking his dad out at every opportunity. That was funny to watch. So just quickly go back down the grid. So we've got Ekberg here. Yeah, that made me jump. That did at the start, Ekberg. That was hilarious. I didn't know what had happened, but I sort of worked out what had happened. But Ekberg's there, just having his own race with Chris. And yeah, they're both on the really fresh set of mediums here. So we could see these making a few positions up. Because I just want to check in with Drew. Did he pit as soon as so Swinny's come into the pits from 7th place. So this is Team Seat here. So he's coming for fuel. His tyres are really... Let's just see what Swinny goes on to. So he's going to want tyres. Will this be his last stop? What tyres will he choose? Will he choose... I think he can't choose the softs. He's already used those. Mediums are hard. Could be another set of mediums. We know how good he is on tyre wear. We'll see what he comes out on. Yep, as we thought, he's come out on another set of mediums. So, can he make it to the end? So he should do, with 8 laps. So that's Swinny with his last stop, I would have thought. So let's just check in with Drew bit. Because we know he was one of the first pitters onto hards. Now, yeah, he's on fumes. So he's going to have to be careful with his fuel now. He's got a long straight coming up. So can he make it back round to the pits? He's got a 2-second gap to Tyler, who we also know is on the hards. Now let's see what Tyler's fuel level is. Tyler is also going to have to come in, so Drew is pretty much safe. So the gap to Ekberg is 9 seconds, so these two are pretty safe. They're going to maintain position. Let's just check in with my mate Adam in 9th place, having a great battle with his good friend Marty. So this is Nissan versus BMW. It's Keith O'Dore versus Colin Turkington. So, yeah, if in case of those of you didn't know, Albie was the... he had to duck out of comms. He had a few commitments. But yeah, number 23 is his favourite livery, the Nissan. He supported them all the way through the touring cars. And he's my quality control, amongst other duties. He's been an absolute stalwart there. Without Adam, I can honestly say, and he'd probably be banging the steering wheel telling me to F off now. It wouldn't be the series it is without Adam. The things he doesn't know about touring cars is not worth knowing. So whenever I do all the liveries from scratch, and I send them over to Adam, and if I get a quality control stamp back, it's passed, then it goes in. That's it. It's done. And I get them sent back. Yeah, if I only have to send it back once, then that's a bonus. But you know, it's a true pleasure to see Adam on track tonight. I won't put him under too much pressure, but just going to quickly go to the third. Let's go to check in with Danny C, who's got Max right in his mirrors here. He's got a 3-second, he's got a 7-second gap to Ben, but Danny has got, let's just say, just over a third of a tank. So let's just see what the top guys have got fuel-wise. So they've managed to pull out now a pretty comfortable gap. So Ben's tyres are, yeah, well, you just see the fuel light coming on there. So Ben is going to have to come in. Now, what tyres will Ben go on for the last, what we're talking about, 15 minutes of the race? So that's what, 7 laps. Will Shadow stay out, or will he choose to pit and keep track? Will he keep track? Will he prioritise track position? This is a bit like Mercedes Red Bull. So will Shadow, and I can see Shadow staying out. I'll probably call it wrong. Yeah, I can see Ben coming in. Yeah, Ben's come in, Shadow staying out. Okay. So Shadow is now going to have an absolute flyer of an in-lap, but you can see Danny C right in his mirrors there. So he's got a 6-second gap. He's got a pretty comfortable gap, but we know Danny will not have to come in. So we could see a complete change around here, as we've seen Team Nissan coming in from 8th position. There we see, there's his overalls. Now we can see it. This is what Adam's designed. So this is the actual race suit that Keith O'Dore wore back in the day. I don't think he was too impressed that it was red and blue, with a black and green car and red car. So this will be Adam's last stop. So he's hoping to go to the end now. So will he go out on a set of softs? Because I know Adam can make the softs last, but I probably got that wrong. So we'll see what tyres Adam's come back out on. So he's going to be going to the end now. Yeah, so it's another set of mediums for Adam. Right, okay, so Maximum is in a third place with a 4-second gap to Hado, who we know has, Hado's not going to have to pit, but he's having a right battle with Audio Muted. So Audio Muted is definitely going to have to come in. Hado will not have to come in. So we could see, yeah, he's going for position here. Let's just stay on with this, but Audio Muted is going down the inside here. This is Seat versus Nissan. Can he get it done? He's managed to get it done. He's managed to get the move. Yeah, nice clean move from Audio Muted there. But we know that Audio Muted is going to have to come in this lap. So we've got Marty right behind in 6th place. I've not checked in with Marty recently, so Marty is good for another lap. But LFC Ben, we know, is pitted for the last time. He is on a set of mediums. So we see the leader coming in. This is Team Chevy, aka Shadow GT. So will we see Shadow? I think I know what Shadow will do here. I think Shadow will go on a set of softs. Ready for Jimmy to get it wrong? I hope Shadow can't hear me because he'll just switch him. I can see him coming out on a set of softs. Because we know we got, I can see, what have we got left? 11.5 minutes. Could be completely wrong as usual. And I'm wrong. He's on a set of mediums. Right, okay, so Danny C is on fumes. So Danny has got a 12-second gap over Hado. Hado is also definitely going to have to come in this lap. He's on fuel, so the next closest one, Marty, we know. He's going to have to come in, so Shadow is going to inherit the lead here with LFC. He's got LFC Ben for company. So we know these two have pitted very recently, so these are going to inherit 1st and 2nd place, because all 3 ahead of these are going to have to pit. Now Danny's got a 12-second gap. So with a pit loss, I can see it bringing him out. Oh, if he brings it at his Maxim, let me just come out of this. Let's just see where Maxim's up to with his. It's going to bring Shadow out, right? I reckon it's going to bring him out somewhere around maximum. Sorry, Danny. It's going to bring Danny out somewhere around maximum. I was getting mixed up there. We know Shadow's pitted. Okay, so let's just check in further down the bottom of the grid. We've got Chris here having his own race. So he's on a set of racing softs, full tank of fuel. He's good to the end. He's just come out of the pits. He's got 5 laps. So brilliant there. Just enjoying it, Chris. So we see Danny C for Team Audi coming in. So what will Danny do here? Will he change tyres? Yeah, he has. I'm not sure what he's going to go on to. So we've got Hado and Marty. So let's just check in. The Shadow and Ben have just going down the start-finish straight here. So they're going to assume the lead of the race. So where's this going to bring Danny out? So let's just see where Maximum is. That's the next one. He's going to go through. So this is going to bring Danny out in about 9th place, I would have thought. So Danny's come out on a set of softs. So he's maintained his 3rd. Right, okay, so I got that. Yeah, sorry, yeah, it's brought him out right in front of Maximum. So I was right in the beginning. So that's a 8-second gap, but we know Danny's got the quicker tyre. So he's already got the fastest lap of a 2:04.1, but that could be go. Depends how hard he wants to push. So Danny hasn't taken on a full tank of fuel. He's only taken enough for the tyres, but we can see the battle developing in front between LFC Ben and Shadow GT. This is for the lead. So we know we're both on the same tyres. But Danny's hot on the heels, so we know Danny's only 2 seconds behind LFC Ben. And we know that Danny's on the softer tyre, so Danny could have pulled an absolute blinder here the more these fight. But LSE Ben's trying to go, he's going to make LSE Ben go around the outside if he's going to go for a move. He's definitely fighting here, but all the time that he's fighting, Danny is closing in. He's already taken a second out of these, just under a second. Let's just see where Maximum is. Maximum's a further, yeah, he's got 5 seconds to find in roughly 3 or 4 laps. But it's quite a spread out field now. But let's just check in. Let's just check in with Swinney, who's got a good set of medium tyres. He's got enough fuel. He's got, yeah, 3 or 4 laps to go. I think 3 laps to go. But you can see these cars in front of him, and for him to be in this position on his debut and race for these guys, I mean, yeah, there's all ability. I open this series to all abilities. I don't care what the driver rating is, that doesn't always apply. But to race amongst these guys and get this result against this quality field, yeah, that's hats off to you, Swinney. I hope the guys that are watching along they'll be cheering you on. I'll just find out Skins got kicked out of the lobby. I'm not sure why. Yeah, that's a bit strange. I've not had that happen before. We've got Shadow pressed the handbrake button instead of the flashers button. Okay, now I found out what happened. Right, so we've got a message from Albie here. Supers are now on 205 points with Toker on 194 and an 11-point gap with 15 remaining. So it's not settled yet, so it could be settled now. In this race, I've not managed to catch up with the chat. I've had a bit of a glitch on YouTube. So let's just catch up with a little bit of the chat. We're watching this battle develop. So let me just go to the leaders here. So LFC Ben has managed to get the lead off Shadow, but Danny is right in the mix here. My ears were burning, says Carl. So just sorry about all this, I've missed half the chat because it wouldn't load the chat. So we've got Vonden having a look. Welcome along, Vonden. He's one of Tyler's mates. I've known Vonden for years. Marty says, I'm going to wee in your seat. That was to Butler. That's a quote from Alonso to Jenson Button back in Monaco, back in the F1. So we've got, yeah, Shadow apologising for handbraking. Okay, well, yeah, I take it back what I said on stream. I wasn't sure what happened there because I couldn't see the chat. So, yeah, I'm not sure what happened with Skins, but doesn't change to driver cam on the rolling start. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. But meanwhile, we've got Danny C hassling LFC Ben for the lead here. But I just want to quickly check in with Swinney. Well, let's just see the battle developing here between Haydo and David and Audio Muted. So Haydo, we saw him late braking before, but he tried to get a move done into the chicane there, Audio Muted. So this is Nissan, Ford and Seat all going at it. So let's just see where... So we've got Albie in 10th place here. He's in a bit of no man's land at the moment. So he's in the final championship scoring point for Nissan, which could be important. So meanwhile, Danny C has taken the lead, but look at this. These are fighting hammer and nail here. Look at this. But Danny's having to... He can't back off. He's got to maintain the pace, but he's on the softs, so we've got 3.5 minutes remaining. So that's 2 laps, so he should be good for the tyres. But he's having to work hard to keep these behind him. LFC Ben is really hounding him now. This is full touring car mode. As LFC Ben goes down the inside and takes the lead from Danny C. But Danny's coming right back at him. Let's just come back out of this. And Shadow is trying to get in on the action as well here. So we see Swinney in the pits. I'm not sure what... Oh, he's for fuel. That's a bit unfortunate. But look at this. Shadow is trying to go down the outside of Danny C. Can he go round the outside? Can he take the lead? He was close to taking that, but he's got the move done on Danny C. So we know LFC Ben and Shadow are on the mediums. Danny's on the softs, but Shadow's pulling out. He's desperate for taking the win because he made a bit of a mess before. It wasn't his fault. But Shadow, he's making it go around the outside. Can he get this done into T1? This is close in the chicane. He's not managed to do it. He's got the outside. Can he get the switch back? Now Ben's managed to hold on to that. So meanwhile, let's just see where this is brought. Maximum with these lot fighting. He's not managed to get on the back of Danny C. So he's found himself in a bit of clear air at the moment. He's got an 8-second gap to Hado. Let's just check down see how that battle's going. These 3 have spread out now. So maybe Audiomuted got to realise he's got to look after his tyres. So this is Audiomuted in alive, 6th place. So let's just see where it brought Swinney out. 10th place. Yeah, he just didn't change his tyres, he just topped up with fuel. So he's got a 2-second gap in front and behind him. So he's trying to hunt down Albie, who's in 9th place, with Marty in 8th place, who's really he's hassling David here. Really trying to get we know how quick David is, and he's very respectful. But I don't want to leave this battle at the top. We've got a few seconds. We've got 1 minute left. I'm just going to quickly go to the top. As we see Shadow going for a move down the inside of LFC Ben here. Can he get it done? They're going to have another lap, but Shadow is desperate to get this move. But I don't want to come away from that other battle with David and Marty, and they're side by side here, but Marty's desperately trying it, but David's defending. So Marty is desperately trying to do this. David's doing all the defensive work. He's putting his car in the right position. He's making that forward as wide as he can. But Marty, he's managing to hold Marty up, and that's no mean feat at all. But we see Marty coming for a move here. He's thinking about it, but he's too far back. This is a great battle to watch, but meanwhile it's no change at the top. Well, I say that. LFC Ben, now Danny C has taken the lead on a set of softs, but he's got this is going to be their final lap. So I just want to stick on this for a minute. Shadow has managed to claim 2nd place, but who's got a penalty? Has Shadow got a penalty or LFC Ben? So this is Shadow and Danny C fighting it out now. This is the final lap. But I just want to quickly make sure that Marty, this is another battle that's developing, the side by side. Let's just go back to Audiomuted, who's found himself in a bit of clear air. So there's no more, I can't see any more battles going on, but we've got Marty and David right behind him, still having a battle. So Marty's managed to make that stick, so this is the last lap. So we see Danny C coming round the final corner for the last time in Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship for Season 5, taking the win here. Ooh, that was close, with LSE Ben in 3rd. So let's just go back down the grid. So let's just see. So we've got Chris in 14th, Chris Ekberg, they're having their own race. So Tyler, it's quite spread out now. So that's Drew in 11th. So let's just go to, so we've got Swinney, there's no more battles happening now. So Albie's in 9th, David's ahead of him. So Albie's going to come home, bring the Nissan home in 9th place for a point scoring position. What a great race by you, Adam. Pleasure to have you on the grid. Swinney in. He finishes there for Team Seat. There's your man Tyler. And they're coming back over the grid. Well, what a race that was. Absolutely superb. The lead was changing left, right and centre. There was battles up and down the grid. I didn't know where to look half the time, so let's just see if we can catch up with a little bit of the chat. GG's lads, said Shadow. Looks like I've not fixed my throttle. It came back in the end there. Wow. Something really going on with Shadow. Yeah, and Shadow, ignore the stream because I got a little bit. I got a little bit of a huff because I thought you'd done it on purpose. So yeah, we found out you pressed the wrong button. What a season, says Jason. That's audio muted. Great season. Thanks all, says audio muted. Maximum. GG's lads. Congratulations, Danny, on the win for season 5. So let me just make sure I get the replay. And I've got to try and organise. I'm going to see if I can get hold of a few drivers. But while I'm doing that, I'll just get the results on the screen. And let me just make sure I can... I'll just get the results in case Adam hasn't taken a picture. Let's get a picture of these. Right, just bear with me 2 seconds. Right, let me just read out the results. So that is Danny C taking the win for the final time here. Jimmy Codger's British Touring Car Championship, Season 5. Can't believe that's it. It's done. So Danny C takes the win in the feature race. That's Shadow taking 2nd place. LFC... Just give me 2 seconds. Right, so Maximum brings it home in 4th place. Hado in 6th place. 5th place, sorry. Audio Muted in 6th place. That's a great result for Audio Muted. Marty brings it home in 7th. Manages to hold that position from David. That was a fierce battle at the end there. Albie brings it home in 9th place for Nissan. Swinney in 10th place. Scores the last championship point. That's a great result for Swinney. First time out here. Drew brings it home in 11th. Tyler in 12th. We got Chris bringing it home in 13th place. Ekberg in 14th. Rounding up the grid for Team Volvo. Well, wow, what a season that was. And let's just see if I can catch up with... Let's just see if we can catch up with Danny C. Let's just get some information on the screen. Let's just see if we can get a message. Right, so we can see if we can get hold of a few of the drivers here. It'd be nice to get a check-in with them and see if we can get a quick word with Danny C. So, Danny C, are you with us, my mate?
So there's myself who is out, then there's Shadow behind me, and then you have Hado.
Danny, can you hear me? Danny C, are you there? Maybe we can't get hold of Danny. Let's see if we can get hold of Let's see if we can get hold of Shadow GT.
And this is it. There you have it.
Shadow GT, are you there, sir?
You have myself.
Hello, I'm here. Can you hear me?
As the champion
Right,
in the Super Tour Reserve category. And then you have...
Hello.
Shadow, right. Yeah, I owe you an apology.
That's all right, mate.
I knew you wouldn't do that normally, but
I wouldn't give up a win like that.
no, I thought, what the hell's he done here? So these are your winners, ladies and gentlemen. This is Shadow is the Toka Series winner. Followed by, we've got Danny C leading these two. We've got Danny is the overall champion, who also took the Supers series, and followed by Hado, who was the independent winner. So how was that season for you, Shadow?
Mate, it's been absolutely wonderful. It's been fun from start to finish. I know I've had some equipment issues, which unfortunately has come back right at the end of the season there, so I don't know, I need to do something about that. But the actual racing has been right, mate. As I expected when I came back. You know, everyone's clean and fair here and likes racing like touring car drivers do. A little bit argy-bargy, get your elbows out. So it's been a boatload of fun, and I'm glad that I've won a few races as well. It's always nice to do.
Oh, good to hear. So, yeah, you've always wanted to do that. You've always wanted to win a sort of a championship, which you have done. You've won the Toka Series.
Yeah.
You've always said that from day one. So, yeah, couldn't be happier for you, matey.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate it, mate.
Yeah, and been a great help as always. I was looking forward to a battle between you and your dad, but that didn't materialise. But yeah, we'll have some words. I'm sure there'll be a chat in Discord after. But yeah. Just a few words from me, Shadow. I can't thank you enough. I know whatever you got, everything going on. We've mentioned it on the stream. Yeah, between now and then, it's going to get exciting, mate. And you look after your good other half, Katie. And
yes, I will, mate.
Yeah,
I will.
All the best to you both.
Exciting times.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
For those of you who don't know, it's Shadow's first time being a dad, so yeah, he's trying to get as much racing in as he can before he packs the rig up for the baby room.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Well, you get off to your other half. I know you can't hang around for too long, but thank you ever so much for jumping in, Shadow. And,
mate, it's always a pleasure. I'm always happy to support the community, and I love a bit of racing, and I'll be back eventually to come and try and get the overall title again.
Brilliant.
Give it a better go of it.
All right then, buddy.
I'll still be around.
All right then, mate. I'll
Thank you. Thank you very
soon,
much,
mate.
dude.
Thank you.
Catch you soon, mate.
Danny C, are you there, mate? Danny C, I can't hear you. Okay, we'll have to give that one a miss then, mate. Hado, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hado, good evening, sir. How are you? Apart from you smashing your car up on the start-finish. So, congratulations, first of all, for winning the Independence Championship. So, yeah, you had some equipment issues along with Shadow. I believe a wheel came off in your hands. You had disconnects. Had all sorts of issues. But so, how have you found the season, all in all?
Ups and downs with everything, with frustrations to happiness, like celebrations. It was nice. Starting last sometimes and starting on the pole positions because I finished last, but anyway. Yeah, it was fun, clean racing. I need to point out to that. So everybody that I've raced with was very clean, respected each other. So I'm very happy with that and pleased with that. So I also want to thank the rest of the grids for respecting each other.
Well,
yeah, it was a fun season.
You've been with us for a number of years, Hado, and as I said in the chat, I said on the stream, I don't have many rules here, but the one rule I do enforce, and that's fair and clean, and that's what you're witnessing there, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a testament from one of the drivers that every race, there's been respect, and just fair and clean racing, and it makes it so much more enjoyable, and it makes it easy for me because I don't have to have countless rules. But I just want to see if I can get an update from my mate Adam. Super Tourers are the battle champions, 215 points to 205. So that's the final title decided. So that's the Supers that have won that. They've beat the Tokers. But Haydo, all that's left for me to say is thank you ever so much for joining. Despite the time difference, I know you. What are you? Are you an hour ahead now, or are you 2?
An hour ahead.
An hour, yeah.
Yes,
So, yeah, it's quite late for you now, but it's a Saturday night. I'm sure you youngsters stay up a lot later than this. So,
surely not, since I have a full-time job.
right. Well, I won't keep you much longer, but Haydo, once again, thank you for taking part and supporting me through another series of the touring cars, and hope to see you in many events in the future. But great to speak to you, and I will catch you soon.
Yes, thank you. Have a nice evening.
All right, thank you, mate. Let me just see if I can get one last chance. See if I can get hold of. Let's just see if we can get hold of Danny C. Not sure if he's there. Danny, can you hear me now?
Yep, loud and clear. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, mate. We couldn't hear you before. I don't know what was going on. So, Danny.
I was just doing to wall of me own for a moment there. So, yeah. Where do we begin? Where do we begin?
Oh dear. Well, let's just put this right. Let me just bear with me a second, ladies and gentlemen. So there we go. Danny C's there. He's down with the media tent. So, last words for the season down to you, Danny. Let's just cut that out. So yep. Last words to you, Danny.
Yep, there's no better feeling than feel like you're on top of the world. You know that. Firstly, I just want to spare a moment to say thank you, Jimmy, for delivering another wicked championship season from start to finish, and loved every minute of it. So, going back from the moment when I last won the championship in 2024, and leading up to the point where I won the championship last time out in Spa, that I had to be sure that I just continue to, just to keep getting up and keep going and keep pushing. That I had nothing to lose with the drive and desire and discipline that I had. To be sure I get to that point and stand a chance of winning the championship. And this is crazy to realize that this is my first championship on the wheel. That having previously won championships on the controller in the past, and then I've become one of them players out there to showcase that I've won championships on both controllers and on the wheel.
That's
something
that's something to be proud of.
I could be proud of on that occasion. And
yeah, you should be.
So,
and yeah, you've been with us. You've been with us for 5 seasons, and you've won 3 of them. So you're one with the most wins at the moment. So I'm sure a certain Mr. Clayjacks will be coming back to try and equal the record. So I'm looking forward to that. But I know you've got a stream going, Danny. But thank you ever so much for supporting me over the years. And yeah, if you're not sure of Danny's channel, it's Danny C on YouTube. So Danny,
appreciate the shout out, and another thing as well is well done to those who have took part in the championship, and those of us who have been taking part in each round of the season, and well done to Haydo for winning the Independence Championship as well as that, and of course well done to Shadow on an amazing season as well, as he too won the Tokers Championship. And obviously, as I was mentioning before, that behind the scenes, and then obviously and now on here, that he's an amazing driver, a down to earth nice person, and best wishes to him and his family for what lies ahead. And as long as you take the opportunity to enjoy yourself before you get set to take the next step in life, then you're winning. You're winning. So that's much more. What can you ask? And it's one of them seasons which couldn't ask for much more of a much greater season that I've been involved in. For as long as I can remember, from the moment I started on the right foot to the moment where not only I've been pushing for race wins, but for the consistency I've been able to have, and therefore get the job done with a race to spare, with a round to spare. And yeah,
what an
thank you so
achievement.
much for having me, and I enjoyed every minute of it.
Brilliant, Danny. Well, I think you've covered absolutely everything there, Danny, and it's been a pleasure as always. But don't forget, check Danny's channel out. He runs all sorts. He streams most 2 or 3 times a week sometimes. Does all sorts. So head over to there. It's Danny C on YouTube. But right, Danny, that's it for this evening. And thank you ever so much for taking part again. And yeah, go out and let your hair down. And I'll catch you.
Thanks a lot.
All right, everybody. I'll catch you soon, mate. All right, take care.
I'd like to get you a barrel of Castrol or oil or something, just to use it as like some sort of accessory. Place the beer on the top of it.
All right then, mate. No
After
worries.
all the efforts you've put in, so.
All right then, buddy. Right, I'll catch you soon, Danny. All right, take
Catch you
care,
around.
mate. Ta, mate.
Thank you, everyone.
Right. So all that's left for me to do now is I'm going to introduce. I'm just going to put a calendar on the screen while I introduce a good friend of mine. Chris, are you there, sir?
I am. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. Let me just have a look at the volume, just make sure the volume's all right. I'm just going to quickly dive into Discord. Don't often turn you up, do I? Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's fine. Okie doke. Chris, we've touched on it. If you noticed the intro to the stream, you'd seen that we're now in collaboration with Future Champions Social Club, which is another community on Discord who do very similar events to us. So without me getting anything wrong, I'm going to hand over the airwaves to you, Chris, and introduce yourselves to the community and everybody on YouTube, and just give us a brief description. I'm gonna mute, and I'll be back with you. Just give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna have to fill my drink.
So, hello everyone. So yeah, I'm the server owner of the Future Champions Social Club. So we are a server very, very similar to Jimmy. I think he's got an amazing thing going here, and the guys are such close racers and such. I've had a great battle with is it Albie in the Nissan car. I've had a great race with him this evening in race 1. Race 2 for me was a bit rubbish, but I'm not used to the track or the car, so what can you say? So yeah, our server is very, very similar to Jimmy's. We are all touring car fans. We love the Btcc, and we basically try and base all our series around that, either by around the Btcc itself or the support races. We also try and go into the GT sort of vibe as well, which it's all a bit of fun and games, isn't it? Trying to put a bit more power to things and see how things get on. So Monday nights I usually host a series. At the moment we've got a Camaro series with the last update. We try and use road cars with this to try and get a little bit of tuning involved and trying to teach guys how to tune certain elements of the car. It's going well so far. Round 2 is on Monday at Brands Hatch Indy. And then on Tuesdays, we have a sort of like scholarship series. It's a GR4 BOP sort of series, very, very similar to the one Btcc series Jimmy's running. And yeah, it's more aimed at guys who are new to the series, new to sim racing, new to league racing, for example, and to those who try and get themselves a little bit quicker, a little bit up to speed and used to moving away from the daily races, basically the carnage that is daily races, and try and get into a more familiar sort of and friendly sort of scenario. Everyone's really clean, everyone's really respectful, and yeah, hopefully we can go on to bigger and better things.
Yeah, I've noticed you've got a sort of classroom section in your Discord, and that should be music to anybody's ears, and especially with the races that you run, the tuning side. And correct me if I'm wrong, you run a race where you'll focus on one area of the tuning and do a series with that. Then you'll focus on another area of the tuning in another series, and then by the time they've done 3 or 4 series, they've got a good base knowledge and a good working knowledge of the tuning side, and I think that's a great thing. So it's open to all abilities, and Yeah, it's a great place to learn, and it's the same as our community. I mean, if you ask a question, you're not sure about something, there'll always be someone on hand to answer it. So,
You know,
yeah,
there's no stupid questions at all. If you don't know the answer, just feel free to sort of ask away. There's no embarrassment to it. Like you said about the classroom, it's you've got a couple of guys putting like tracker videos and things like that to help, and you know, just finding breaking points and circuit guides. It's a bit more personal thing, but we created this classroom as well. So then, some people who might feel a bit embarrassed, you know, to ask these questions they don't know in sort of a room where there's more people, if you know what I mean. So we created this not to single these guys out, not to make you think, oh, you know, oh, you're so unique, nothing like that at all. We created this so it's almost like a safer space for them to think, I don't know what's going on. Is this okay, guys? And we give them honest feedback, and generally speaking, they do know what they're doing. And there's two guys in there at the moment who have come on leaps and bounds at the moment. So if you are, you know, new to it, if you do feel as if you need a bit more pace to it, come and have a look, come and join in, come and see what you can do.
yeah, well said. I can't add any more to that, Chris. And like you said, lead on to bigger and better things. And obviously with the events that we're running between the both communities, then we're going to have the facility to fill the grids and run more events and different events. Well, I will put a post out on the on my YouTube linking the Discord. I'll have to do that. I'll have to update my YouTube and put your Discord server on that as a link. But I'll get that out on Instagram as a link. First of all, I'll get onto that tomorrow. But well, thanks for taking the time to jump in, Chris. Stay in the Discord, and if you haven't got a dash off, I'll catch up with you after I've wrapped up the stream and everything, and I'll catch you shortly.
Yep. Okay. Great. Thanks.
Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, what you can see on the screen at the moment is the calendar for the next series that's coming up. That's the Porsche Cup, starting on Saturday, the 2nd of May. It's going to be 7:30, lobby open. The structure for the event is 15 minutes practice, 15 minutes quali, and a 50-minute endurance race with tyres and fuel. So yeah, be sure to tune in. I'm going to take a few weeks off now just to get my voice back, chill out a bit, and then I'll be back beginning of May. And before I go any further, the last thing I've got to do is they're probably all gonna shout at me now in the YouTube or the Discord. But like I said in the stream, credits to I probably miss people off, but Albie first and foremost. He's my QC for the liveries. Event structure, he advises me on that. What sort of tracks and to include in the series, and he's responsible for all the points. Without him, like I said before, I couldn't do it all on my own. Butler, who sadly couldn't be with us tonight, he's on holiday, but he's one of the admin team for the Discord. He looks after the social media side for the Facebook. I run the Instagram, but he does all the social media, puts the posts, the Overtake of the Week clips up. And last but not least, the full admin team here at JCR, Clay Jacks, Albie, Butler and Shadow. They all have the part to play, whether it be monitoring the YouTube chat, advising me on stuff, on events, all sorts. They've got such an important role to do, and I couldn't do it without them, to be honest. And I can't. This season or series, this championship would not exist without you guys, the drivers. And I can't thank you enough. You've given me hours and hours and hours of hard work doing the liveries, but you've given me so much enjoyment to see these liveries out on track week after week, and to know that you have so much fun. And the messages I've received today in Discord, yeah, it's brought a lump to my throat. It's fantastic to know that they get so much enjoyment out of it, and I just love doing the liveries and knowing that these guys get so much enjoyment out of something I cobbled together. is just fantastic. So I'm not going to keep you any longer. That was season 5 of my British Touring Car Championship. That's done now for probably be, don't know, 3 months, 3.5 months, and we'll come back. Yeah, I'm going to say it. It'll be season 6. So get ready. But in the meantime, we've got quite a few events coming up. So all that's left for me to do now is sign off for the evening, and I will catch you in about 2 or 3 weeks' time. So thank you ever so much for tuning in tonight. Have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy the week ahead, and keep your eye out on Facebook, Instagram, and on my YouTube channel for updates of anything to do with the Porsches. They'll be starting on Saturday, the 2nd of May. So until then, it's good night from Jimmy. Thank you ever so much for tuning in, and I will catch you soon.